Hi, this is teacher Oscar. Last time we were talking about communication, and we studied that people usually communicate using different ways. For example, phone calls, uh, internet, SMS messages, um, the regular mail, sign language like Lesco, the one we use in Costa Rica. Well, we're going to move on and continue talking about communication. For the work of this week, we are going to focus on the article that is on page 28. The name of that article is Writing It Down or Talking It Up Contemporary Cultures of Communication. But before we move on, let's study this phrasal verb which is write down. Write down means like put in writing, in other words, on paper. And the other phrasal verb which is talk up, it means speak, like use the voice for communicating. Based on the article, guys, you have to answer these three questions. What different types of communication are mentioned in the article? Why do some cultures prefer written agreements to oral agreements? And what example is given of a misuse of communications technology? This is the article. And as you can see, I highlighted some words. It's because I would like to focus like the work of this article on studying those words. Okay? So at the end of this article, you're going to take a quiz that answers or in which you're supposed to answer the previous three questions. And also, you were going to review and study these highlighted words. So take a piece of paper, take a pen, start taking notes, and let's start. If you need to go back for studying or reading the questions again, feel free to go back. So I'm going to start reading. Please follow the reading and pay attention to my pronunciation. It says, whether local or global, private or professional, many communities rely on both oral and written forms of communication. But what carries greater weight? A piece of paper, a signature, someone's word, or a symbolic handshake? As cultures vary immensely, so their preferred modes of communication. Communities often favor oral or written modes of information exchange depending on their culture of communication and the type of exchange. But what form but, but, but what form of communication remains more popular, speaking or writing? In most Western cultures, a written contract is considered more binding than an oral agreement between individuals. The French, for example, tend to base legal decisions on written records because they are considered to be more reliable than spoken accounts. The millions of cell phones sold every year might suggest that people prefer speaking to writing. On the other hand, many cell phone users send text messages rather than calling. Texts are fun and more direct, says Ingrid Braxton. So my friends and I spend a lot less time talking on the phone and save on the monthly bill. The internet has led to a dramatic rise in writing, from emails and bulletin board postings to real-time chat lines, which are in fact a contemporary blend of oral and written exchange. But could it be that people are writing more and talking less? I find myself sending quick emails to colleagues who work just down the hall to see if they want to go to lunch. We used to pick up the phone. Now everyone communicates everything over the net, recounts Sanjay Sain, a program developer in Silicon Valley. Indeed, some experts, such as corporate communications consultant Patsy Sander, have expressed concerns about the growing number of misuses of communication technology. According to Sander, very important information that significantly impacts people's lives is being transmitted in ways that do not respect the codes and values of traditional information channels. Recently, a large company in Great Britain informed its employees of massive layoffs by sending a text message over their cell phones. Imagine receiving the text message, "You're fired, call headquarters." Although the use of email and cell phones is efficient and convenient, Sander argues that they risk breaking the fundamental bonds of trust that determine the richness of a community's information exchange. Sad to say, but some people forget that all communication starts with community. Okay, that was the end of the article. Again, if you need to study the words that I highlighted, study them, or if you need to study any other word, study that word. Okay, take the quiz for this video and see you in the next video for this week.